Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our playthrough of Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii U. If you remember in our last episode, we were completing some tasks for the village, getting things ready to go on big hunts, and now we need to go do some fishing. So let's go ahead and head out to Moga Woods. Hey, it's me. Junie, I mean the chief's son. Listen, I heard about that ore you mine. Not bad. Now then, have a look at your map. See that? The whole of Moga Woods is open. Good. You need it to get out more. Now you can hike straight through the forest all the way to the sea. And that's good, because I'd like you to go and hunt one of the molids that swim around there. A molid will be good practice for hunting underwater, and I'll wager you could use the practice. Besides, it would make a great gift for that gal in charge of finding you guild quests. Now then, once you're ready, set out for the sea in Area 11. So Area 11, as you can see, is way up in the north. So we're going to need to get moving. Again, as usual, let's not pass up our opportunity to grab some herbs real quick. And if we crouch down, we can actually gather slightly faster. And let's run over here and grab some whetstone. And because we have such a limited supply of meat, we're going to go ahead and kill an Aptonoth or two on our way north as well. And we're going to cook that while we're out here. So let's grab these guys. Don't forget, we also get resource points for taking them out. Oh, come back here. Where you going? Gotcha. Alrighty. Couple monster bones, we'll use those for crafting, and some raw meat. Awesome. Let's go ahead and cook that meat real quick.
So tasty.
There we go. Let's just cook one more in case we need it. What we're going to do with this meat, if you remember, we have that yellow bar underneath our health bar. That's our stamina bar. That gets drained as we run.
Tasty.
And over time, it will become smaller and smaller. And when we eat the meat that we've cooked, we'll be able to refill that stamina bar. Oh, so we've got a couple jaggies. Let's just ignore them and move on with our mission. Ooh, quite a run. Alrighty. A lot of really beautiful artwork for a Wii U game, especially one that came out just as the Wii U launched. Oh, ran too long. All right, and now we get to see the new mechanic that was part of Monster Hunter 3, and that was the ability to go into the water. The previous Monster Hunters didn't have this, so let's go ahead, dive in.
Yosh!
Oh, you're ready to get your feet wet? Next up, let me instruct you in the Moga art of swimming. You haven't eaten in the last hour, eh? No matter. Point the camera in the direction you want to swim, then move. Use the camera controls to change your view, and you'll swim in that direction. That's all there is to it. Dashing, evading, and attacking all work just like when you're on solid ground. Practice controlling the camera and moving around. Before you know it, you'll be swimming like an epiol. So you can see, we can do a dash swim, a slower regular swim, and we have our full range of attacks underwater as well. But we need to get to Area 11. Oh yeah, there's one thing I ought to tell you about when you're swimming. Try not to drown. If you look at the left side of the screen, you'll see a vertical bar. There's your oxygen gauge. If it bottoms out, you won't be able to breathe. That'll make your health gauge gradually decrease. Fortunately, there are 3 ways to refill your oxygen gauge before you become bunkmates with the fishes. You can swim to the surface and take a breath, refill at an air supply point, or use an oxygen restoration item. You'll recognize air supply points from the bubbles percolating out of the ocean floor. Once you get used to the camera controls, you should have no trouble finding these life-giving bubbles. So again, while we're swimming around, if we need oxygen, we just need to find some bubbles coming out of the ground. So there are some back there you can see. So we'll head into Area 11. Doo-doo. And there's what we came to find. These large fish over here. They look delicious. So, see that fish with the long flat body? Can't miss it, right? That's a mullet, your quarry for this hunt. Lucky for you, it's not a fast swimmer. Just get up close and take it down. Center your target with a camera and attack. Remember, this one technique and you'll make quick progress. You can weaken fish with your weapon, but I suggest using a fishing harpoon, then you can carve materials from them. Right, let the marine warfare begin. Take that fish down. So, what we have, if we kill underwater animals with our weapon, their bodies just kind of float away and disappear. But, if we use a harpoon to land the last strike, the body will actually stay and we can get our carves off of it. Let's swim on over here. I'm going to hit him once with my sword, cause a little damage. I'm going to put the sword away. And then, I'm going to stab him. Good work, Hunter. You keep this up and you might earn the right to call me Junior someday. So, how do you like hunting underwater? Using the camera to track your target. That's the trick. Just between you and me, the Return to Village option has now been added to your game menu. Choose this option to zip right back to Moga Village. It sure beats hoofing it. Once you get back to the village, talk to the girl with all the quest info. She's starting to get impatient. So you can see that now we can swim up here and carve him. Now we got some more raw meat. That's really useful. Let's get this guy. He looks delicious as well. And the reason we want to hit him once with a sword is that all these items have a durability. And every time we attack with the spear and hit something actually, well, that's just embarrassing, there's a chance it could break. And so by hitting them with our sword first, we just cut down on the number of times that spear might break when we're using it. Now, before we head back to Moga Village, I am going to go one more place, and that's up into Area 12. We'll do a video in a bit showing you where some of the gathering places are in Moga Woods, and we'll do that for each area that has gathering as well. One of the things I want to do, since we've come all the way here, do you see this green rock? This one has slightly better ore in it than the rocks that we found in the cave, and there's a couple of these throughout the Moga Woods, but they're pretty far away, so I figured we'd go ahead and stop by here while we're in the area and see if we can get with some macrolite ore. There it is. We're going to be using that later. We might as well pick up everything that we can while we're here. Ooh, there's a lot. Great. And we got an Aquaglow jewel. We can use that to create some items later that'll give us some special powers. Instead of swimming all the way back and taking our time, let's go ahead and return to the village. So we've got a couple people to talk to, But first, let's go ahead and go to Junior. See what he has to say. Nice work with the mullet hunt. You take to swimming like you have gills, but don't forget what you learned. Oh, I nearly forgot. I hear that sweetheart from the guild has a message for you. Better go see her if you haven't yet. Since we've done some hunting in Moga Village, we're going to go to the hunt report. It's going to show us what we've killed since the last time we talked to him. He's going to give us resource points, and depending on what we've killed, we're going to be able to get certain items. So we're going to send all of these items to our bank. Let's talk to the Wyverian. Hey, Hunter, you seem to be doing pretty well for yourself, eh? Now, you're working for the Hunters Guild. That's ought to heat things up for you. Heh. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a little something. You did bring me all that fine ore after all. Then here's an armor sphere. Normally, you get these treasures from mining. I could use them to upgrade your armor. Go ahead and have a look, see in my menu. Armor craft, then upgrade armor. Got it? And don't forget to flip through your hunter notes for the details. Go on, take it. So with an armor sphere, we can upgrade the defense value of our armor. We're not going to spend it on the armor we have on now. The armor we're wearing now is really good for gathering, and that's about it. We don't really need its defenses to be any better. It looks like we need to talk to the village elder and the shop girl. Let's talk to her real quick. We haven't really talked to her. There you are. Where have you been? I thought we had an agreement. You visit me daily and I won't try to hunt you down anyway. I got some fancy new items in. They immediately made me think of you. Of course, most things make me think of you, brave hunter types. Armor, air. Anyway, they're books of combos. I'm sure you've been combining items, right? Right? With a book of combos in your item pouch, your rate of success at combining items rises. Convenient, no? One book boosts your success rate slightly, 2 books by even more. With 3 books, you get the picture. You do have to sacrifice pouch space, but you'll be less likely to end up with garbage. Think of the environment. I only have the first 2 volumes in stock so far, but I think they're must-haves. Buy them, or not, So we won't be buying those right now, because we want to save some of our money, but we could buy these book of combos, and when we go to combine items in the field or in our hut, we won't have as big a chance of failing at those combinations. And let's talk to the village elder. Well, look who's back. How'd the swimming go? Are you one with fishes now? I know it's tricky, especially if you're used to hunting on level ground. In the water, you have to maneuver up and down. At least you've got a good set of lungs, kid, or so I hear. Don't let a little water scare you off. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the part where I pay you. I had to scrape the bottom of the poogie bank for this one, so that's it. From now on, you gotta earn your own keep. So we got 1,500 zenny, and that'll be the last of the little jobs that we do. From now on, we'll either be completing these villager requests. Oh, Chief Son, stop talking. We're trying to look at things here. We'll be completing these villager requests to get specific items or to upgrade parts of the village. Or we'll be completing guild quests that we'll get from the guild quest sweetheart. So let's go ahead and talk to her. Hey, it's my favorite hunter. Guess you just got into contact with me. Yup, I finally heard from the Hunters Guild. Hooray! Now, where did I put the piece of paper? Aha! Here it is, your very first quest. Completing it will cause both your skill and your reputation to skyrocket, in theory. The only quest I've got for you so far is to collect a bunch of mushrooms. You don't think, is it possible? Do they not trust us at all? Oh well, gripety gripe. Let's just show them we can get the job done. And by we, I mean you. FYI, when you're on a guild quest, you can't get back to the village the usual way. You have to return to the base camp. Also, you're not allowed back into your house once you've got a quest. If you want in, talk to me to cancel the quest. Follow all that? Then go get yourself signed up for the quest and head down the bridge to the left to depart. Okay, here's what we've got. So here now we can finally take the guild quests, and you can see that we only have the one Harvest Shroom quest available. We'll go ahead and complete that quest in the next episode of Gaming with Grug. We hope to see you then, and thanks very much for watching. Have a great day!